Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video, you are tuning in for one of the most important videos on my channel, my speed reviews / makeup updates. Today I'm going to be updating you on 43 products that I've been testing. If you're new to my channel, this is where I talk about and update you on every single product that I've tried or have tried on camera, and I'm giving you my final thoughts after testing these in multiple ways with multiple products and multiple wear tests. So I mean, we don't have a lot of time clearly with 43 products, so let's get straight into it. We're going to do this first part of complexion, which we have a lot. So first, starting off with base, I have this one from MAC. It's the Hyper Real Serumizer. Now this is actually a skincare product, but it's great before makeup because of how lightweight it is. So it is a serum and it just gives a little boost of hydration before applying makeup. So when I like to use this is if I've put on my morning skincare and it's been a while, so my skin could use an extra boost, that is when I go into this. It's not too thick on the skin, it's also not too thin, but it does just enough to where it feels like it gives you that boost of hydration. So if you're more of a skincare kind of person instead of a makeup primer person, this one will do you good for giving you that extra pump of hydration before applying makeup. This is a gorgeous product. It feels like a luxury formula. So yeah, it's very expensive from MAC, but it is worth the money in my opinion. It hurt me to buy it. I bought the mini size so I didn't have to pay for the regular size bottle. But when I run out of this, I definitely plan on purchasing this in the bigger size bottle now that I know that I love it. As a girly with dry skin, this has come in handy. Next product is not a new product, but definitely new to me. I did a full face of pink makeup, and in that video, I tested the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops, another skincare product turned makeup primer for people. This one is also really beautiful. It has a thicker consistency comparing it to the MAC, but it does add a nice level of hydration, and this gives like a soft pink glow to the skin. It's not super impactful. I still do prefer my Chantecaille version of this, where it's like the Rose Glow face moisturizer thing. This one is more of a serum-y kind of consistency. Anyways, I see why this is popular. First of all, the aesthetic, the packaging of Glow Recipe makes it that much more fun, but this one is also really nice on the skin and it does give an extra pump of glow comparing it to the MAC. I prefer the formula of the MAC and how it makes my skin feel. But if I want just a little pump of glow, especially if I'm going in with a lighter coverage product over top of my skin, this is actually very nice. I see the hype. I have a small handful of foundations to get through. So this first one is from Louboutin, and this is the first Louboutin makeup product that I'd ever tried. It's their Lait Fluid Foundation. I have mine in 15NW Creamy Nude. This is a luxury foundation. Everything from the packaging down to the formula. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the price is worth it. However, comparing this to other foundations similar in price point, this is just as good as them. This is one where I feel like it applies itself with how easily it blends out. It smooths the skin. It has a soft matte finish, but it doesn't emphasize dryness. It gives that luxury finish that I talk about. I feel like a good quality luxury foundation has a special je ne sais quoi to the finish that even high-end brands can't really touch, and this is up there with the La Mer, with the Tom Ford. So if you can swing it and you're interested, this ranks amongst the top of luxury foundation formulas. It's phenomenal. And I do think it would work for a wide range of skin types. Kind of on the contrary, very much a different price point here. I have the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. This is alright. I think they were trying to dupe Chanel. Does not touch the Chanel formula, so don't think you're going to get the same kind of formula. This one, you really have to work the balls out. It takes a little bit of extra effort to get that smooth application. When it's on the skin, it's definitely a fine product. It's a good product from the drugstore, I would say. I think you'd like it. However, this is kind of a you get what you pay for moment. If you pay for the nicer product, you're going to get nicer quality, but you can certainly make this work. This gives a light coverage to the skin. I have it on this side of my face right now, and it has a decent wear time. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I'm just saying you pay less, you get lesser quality, but it's definitely not a bad pickup. Do with that information what you will. I do think it's a great product for dry skin. However, sometimes these hydrating products can emphasize dryness, so like make sure you're doing exfoliation of the skin before using that. This one was in my most recent monthly favorites, so you know it's going to be good. The AboutFace the Performer Skin Focused Foundation is incredible. Now, I know a lot of people are not a fan of this type of applicator. I really find it just so easy for my lazy days. This has a very true skin-like finish in that it's not too glowy, but it also isn't too matte. It has a buildable coverage. You can really customize it just based on how little or how much you apply it. It never looks too heavy on the skin, and the natural finish just doesn't look heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. It's a good everyday foundation, but you can morph it into what you want. You can make this full coverage, full glam. You can also just kind of spot foundation where you want a little bit of extra coverage. So the versatility in this product is what makes it stand out, and the beautiful finish that it has as well. So this is a product that I've been reaching for on the daily. It's very trustworthy. I know my makeup's not going to look bad when I have this on. So I think AboutFace killed it with this product. And not only that, but for being a mid-range brand, they have really good prices. This is a $22 foundation. Comparing this, like the drugstore is getting around $18 foundations, $20 foundations, which is crazy. Crazy, what is the drugstore thinking? So anyways, for $22 for a high-end brand, I'm super impressed with the price point that they were able to keep this at. The last coverage product that I have for the base here. Ooh, okay, I tried this off camera, so you guys didn't even know I was testing it, but I did a big testing, reviewing all of the viral skin tints. So one of the products that I picked up for that video was the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Skin Tints, and not worth it. This is one of the worst skin tints I've ever used. You can check out that video if you want to see it in action, but this is patchy AF, and it emphasizes dryness in a way that I didn't even know my skin was dry. This is overall just really shocking because Bobbi Brown as a brand is very good and they're very expensive, but this is one of the worst skin tints I have ever tried. My skin looks terrible, dry, and patchy. Whenever I wear this, I do not recommend it at all. I have a luxury concealer. This is the YSL All Hours Precise Angles concealer. It's not a bad concealer, but it is not a good concealer either. It gives lighter coverage, so if you have a lot of discoloration on the under eyes, you definitely want to use a color corrector with this, but I'm not even knocking it for that. I'm knocking it because it's dry. It makes my under eyes look dry, and sometimes I like a drier concealer if it sets down and doesn't crease, but this creases and then looks like I have little dry patches that really aren't there, even when I moisturize underneath. So this is too drying for me. I do like how thin it feels on the under eyes, and I don't mind it being lighter coverage, but it never looks good. My skin always looks thirsty with this product. I definitely don't think it's worth the price point. Here are for my European viewers. I purchased this when I was in Spain from Max Factor, which I know is not really a popular brand, but I didn't know at the time. But I did pick up this Multi-Perfector concealer, and it's an okay product. It's a little bit on the thicker side and can look dry if you don't take care of your skin underneath. I'm never offended when I wear this product, but it definitely isn't something that stands out to me. So this isn't something that I'm necessarily going to recommend because I have a lot of other more affordable concealers that I would recommend over this one. So this is like middle of the road, not offensive, not bad, but definitely not one worth going out of your way to check out. I have one setting powder that has been in my drawer. This is from One Size, and I've used this powder before. This is their ultimate setting powder, but in the shade Ultra Pink. This one is definitely more appropriate for medium skin tones. You can definitely see the pink on me, but in a non-brightening way, so it makes me look a little bit sick. That is more so to do with skin tone, but I did want to mention that because if you are my skin tone, this is not going to be the pink for you. Definitely go for the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom. That one is a brightening pink. This one is a I'm looking sick pink. Better for more medium skin tones. Also, the powder itself, I noticed, has made my skin and under eyes look a little bit drier as well. I can get away with this powder formula in a more flattering shade. It doesn't look as dry. I also have to commit to the bit, you know, of having a really matte face. This is totally drag queen makeup inspired. It's a bit much for every day. It's just an off tone on me. It looks dry, so I haven't been loving having this in my drawer. I'm excited to like put it away, if I'm being honest. A few cream bronzer options. The first one being from Chanel. This is my first time purchasing the reformulated option of this. I held on to the OG version of it for so long, but I could only hold on for so long before it needed replaced. This is the Le Beige Temps de Chanel Soleil ton, medium bronze, whatever. I knew I loved the original, so I wanted to pick up a new one, and I think this is a nice formula. It's been so long since I've used the original, I can't tell you what's different or not, but I do think it's pretty. This one I feel like is more creamy, has less of a dry down potentially, but I could be wrong. Don't trust my word on that. This definitely has a warmer tone to it. This is not going to sculpt your contour. This is going to give you that kissed by the sun look purely. You're not shaping any type of bone structure with this. This is a product where when it first launched, and I'm talking about the original, there really wasn't many cream bronzer options, so that just made the Chanel product superior. Nowadays, good cream bronzers I feel like are a dime a dozen, so the value of this has definitely gone down, but I've been enjoying it. When I want a truly bronzed look, this is a good option. It applies beautifully, and you know, there's some Chanel products that I've tried that I haven't loved, but like when Chanel hits, they really do hit and do beautiful formulas, so I'm enjoying this. Another beautiful formula, a newish brand to me that I am like, oh, they did it, and they better have, because this is kind of like their main OG staple product. Dibs. I tried Dibs. It's been a couple months now, but this has been sitting in my drawer for a while. This is the bronzer and blush duo in the shade, well, Cool Girl is the blush, and then No Shade is the bronzer. No Shade is the perfect shade if you ask me for that bronzer, leaning a little bit more cool so you can get some shape with this. Blends out beautifully, is the perfect tone, have no complaints about that. Same thing with the blush. This is such a pretty pinky blush, doesn't mess up with powder or anything. Yeah, I mean, this has definitely put me onto Dibs and has increased my curiosity for the brand, because I see why so many people use this on TikTok. It's so nice. The last cream bronzer-esque product is actually a duo of a cream contour and glow stick from Catrice. They call these the Magic Shaper Contour and Glow Stick, and it's just the stick that has a stick highlighter and then a stick bronzer. Both cream products are a little bit on the stiff side. I will say, I actually do enjoy the contour side. It's not anything that stands out to me, like I'll use it, I'll finish it, but I won't repurchase it because it is a little stiff, but you can make it work. It does blend out. This shade is the medium one, and it gives the perfect nose contour. However, the cream highlight is stiffer than a piece of cardboard. It is really difficult to work this out. Do not put this directly on the face because it will make makeup move around. The best way that I found to use it, like I like to contour my nose with this, is warming it up with my ring finger, and I do have it down the center of my nose, and I'm not going to say it looks bad because it doesn't, but virtually an unusable cream highlight, way too stiff. Generally speaking, I probably wouldn't recommend these. I think the NYX ones are a little bit more creamy, but I do like the tone a lot of the cream bronzer in medium. It works great for a nose contour, but you're not paying full price for the product to only have 50% of it work and be good. You know? The next product that I have is a cream blush. This is from Purlisse. It's the Blush Glow BB Cheek and Lip. It took me a few tries to see how I really felt about it. I always kind of like it, but I'm like, what stands out about this? What's different? So they have an incredible shade range of these, and you can use them on the cheeks and lips. And these are one of the few products that actually I feel like can work on the cheeks and lips. It's not great on the lips, but you can definitely get it to work with a lip liner and a gloss to get that monochromatic style look. The colors that they have in the range are beautiful. It's a sheer formula. You can build it up. It will act a little bit funny with powder, but it's nothing crazy, but it's, you know, it's not an award-winning product, but it is really nice and it does last a long time. So while these have been in my drawer, I've been enjoying these for blush. I like to use a brush to apply it to the cheeks and it lasts a long time. You are getting a sheerer layer of color, but these are a good pickup. Again, one of those products where they probably don't stand out in a competition of all the cream blushes. There's just so many good out there, but I have enjoyed using these. They're not a bad product at all. So yeah, no, I've done some really pretty looks with these. I would say where this product really stands out are the no makeup style days where I don't have much powder, I don't have much color on my face. Using that to add a little shot of color there really transforms my look. So that is the style of makeup that type of product works the best with. On more full coverage days, to like kind of today, didn't love the product as much, but on lighter coverage days, like, Yesterday I used it. I didn't have much going on in the face. Really loved it for that day. Another European follower special here from Max Factor. I picked up this Miracle Pure Infused Cream Blush in Vintage Peony. This kind of has like a shimmery metallic red color. This is quite difficult to use. It's patchy, it dries down too fast, so it's really difficult to get a good blend with it. I took my time with it today to try and get as smooth of a blend out as possible, but it's just not a good product. Again, I was in Europe, I didn't know what I was doing. Max Factor is a European brand, not that into it. Oh, I forgot to talk about my powder bronzer that I recently picked up from MAC. This is the Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Now that powder you can use in multiple ways, but it's essentially supposed to be like a finishing powder. And I got mine in Give Me Sun because a lot of people use this shade as bronzer. It has that like natural sheen to it. I remember this powder being really popular back in the day. I bought it in a skin tone color. So I went and picked up some stuff at MAC and I was like, Give Me Sun. That rings a bell, so give it to me. And it's a bit too warm for me. It's a bit too orange on my skin tone, so I don't love it. I like the formula. I see where people were going because it's softer. It's not too matte, so it doesn't look drying on the skin, but the color just isn't my favorite for a bronzer. And then we'll move into powder blushes now. I tried a new MAC blush, and I mean, these are a classic formula. You can't go wrong with these. They're not too pigmented, they're not too sheer, they're more of a matte finish. They're gonna last a long time. These are like a good artistry blush. So I picked up the shade Gingerly. It's one of the sheer tone blushes. And this one is like, you're going on a summer vacation. This is going to give you kissed by the sun. It's going to blend in seamlessly with your bronzer. Think of a bronzed look for this because it does have a warmer tone to it. Super easy to use. I mean, I'm back on MAC, you guys. I've tried some of their classic products, and in 2024, these classic products, they are hitting. This is one of them, a beautiful blush. It reminds me of the Laura Mercier blushes and how just like versatile the colors are, how flattering the colors are. So I really have been enjoying this one. Another kind of more classic-ish blush formulation that I've been loving is from Makeup Forever. These are the Artist blushes. I have a couple shades that I've been using. Anywhere Peach obviously is more of a peach color, and then I also used Wherever Rose on my face today. Comparing these to the MAC, they are a little bit more of a softer formulation, but these again, really easy to use, kind of like a soft matte finish to the cheek, and are really great classic colors, as Makeup Forever and MAC are kind of similar in that they're makeup artistry driven brands, and that comes through, I feel like, in products like the blushes. They did recently repackage these into these new packaging, which are fine, nothing exciting, nothing fun, but really solid formulas. I've been enjoying those blushes. And then they also repackaged and redid the highlighters. These highlighters have a very silky feel. I believe I demoed Anywhere Glimmer first, which is that goldish color. This one has a little bit of glitters in there, which I'm not too crazy about, but then I topped it off with Wherever Pearl, and that one really gives the finish that's more flattering on my skin tone. These are really thin, really soft, very pretty on the skin, quite gleamy. A really nice formula. It's not like the classic highlighter formula because the consistency of it's a little bit different. It's that more silky kind of feel, but still a little bit powdery. They're nice. I don't know, highlighters are just one of those products where I'm like, they're a dime a dozen. There's only so many ways to describe them. How different can they look on the face? But it's a pretty highlight formula if you're going towards the Makeup Forever counter or display or whatever it may be. The other highlighter that I've been meaning to update you guys on, which I have actually a lot, but to clear it out of my speed review drawers, are the Makeup Revolution highlighters right here. They seem to be going through some sort of like, I don't want to say rebrand, but the new stuff that they have been launching, just the packaging itself has looked very elevated, especially with Makeup Revolution keeping the price points where they're at on the lower front here. So I thought that these highlighters looked quite luxe, all things considered. Now these are more of a drier formulation. I have it on this cheek. They definitely have more of a flat finish as well. I'm not crazy about these. They're fine. They give a glow. But like, just compare it to the Makeup Forever. Though I will say there is a market for this kind of finish where people don't want that super crazy glow. But I will caution you that this does kind of emphasize texture a little bit and makes the skin look a little bit dry. So if you have like crow's feet, this product will emphasize that drier look, so be careful with that. But it does give a softer glow. These get the job done. They are not a bad product at all, but I don't love them. Okay, Smashbox knocked it out of the park with this next product. I cannot tell you the last time that I put a Smashbox products in my favorites, but these made it to my March favorites. These are the Smashbox Halo Sculpting Glow face palettes, and I have not been able to put these down, whether it's for one shade or all four. I've been reaching for these palettes almost every time that I've done my makeup. So I have two of them. More shades launched, but these were best suited towards my skin tone and needs. Pink Saturation, I believe I used the blush today. These come with one bronzer, two blushes, and one highlight. Now what's really unique about this, and this is what you guys told me, this is supposed to be Becca's highlight formula. And I can tell. This is a dang good highlighter. Sometimes, this is how good this is. When I will put on powder and then a cream blush, and sometimes you can just see the harsh line between the powder and the cream kind of trying to mesh together and it doesn't work. I will use this over top to kind of blend the two together, and then my makeup looks seamless. And then I have that beautiful glow. So, yeah, Becca highlighters hit in 2024. The blushes are beautiful. The tones of the bronzers in both palettes are great. This one is back to Cali. It has warmer tones. This one's going to be really nice for the summer. Yeah, good quality, good colors in these palettes. So if you haven't had a Smashbox hit in a while, they killed it with these palettes. I think they're beautiful. And then the last product that I have, not new to the brand, but new to me, I tried out this new Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette Volume 2, and this just has a good bronzer, a finishing powder, and then soft light, which can be a finishing powder or a highlight depending on your skin tone. I love this. These are all of the soft Hourglass powders. So how I use these more so is as a finishing palette, though I can use it to like bronze and highlight. But for today, I kind of topped off my bronzer with this to add a little bit more glow. I used this middle shade, Radiant Light, to blend all my cheek colors together just to make everything look more seamless. I used this for a subtle highlight. What is this? Soft light right here. Just to kind of blend in my highlight a little bit, and I like a little bit on the chin. This product is good for the places that you want a little bit of a glow, but you don't want an obnoxious highlighter. Like, I like a little bit of reflection off of the chin, but nothing crazy. That's where soft light goes great. For me, overall, this is just a finishing palette to make everything look seamless. If anything looks too flat or dry, this will bring it to life when the sun hits. So this has come quite in handy. I'm enjoying this one a lot. That is all I have for complexion, which is quite a lot of products. I'm going to direct you to part 2, which is going to feature the eyes and the lip products, just to break this video up a little bit. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and tomorrow I will be posting for part 2 for you guys to finish this up. But I hope you found the new complexion product reviews helpful, and I hope you guys are loving your speed reviews. Thank you so much for watching this video and subscribing to my channel and liking this video and commenting on this video. I will see you tomorrow in part 2. Bye.